What's going on, guys? Travis with REC Garage, and today we are messing with the firewall on the 36 Ford Roadster. I have some hammer forms that were cut out. Buddy Steve Shepard helped me out to cut those because I don't have a plasma table. So we're going to be turning this street... come on, son. Alright, so we're going to be turning this street rod firewall into an OEM looking firewall. And it's going to be difficult, but like I said, we have some hammer forms. Sorry, the shop is a mess. So this piece is going here. We're going to put beads like factory in here. We're also going to do some X's on the front. Okay, just like factory. And then, instead of those two beads up top there, I'm going to flatten those out. We're going to do that like the factory. So it'll look fine and dandy, nice. You know, I like to make it nice. So I think it's going to look a lot better than, you know, just a straight up, and it's going to look a lot better than just a straight up smooth firewall. You know, once those beads are in there, it's going to look nice. From the factory, this panel is smooth, so I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to keep it the way it is. You know, I think it's going to look really good. So first off, I need to continue making these hammer forms. We just kind of rough cut them out. The edges obviously are nice, just need to kind of mess with the slag. Then mate the top and bottom sandwich plates together, drill some holes in them, and tap the bigger piece, because I have an 1/8 inch piece for just a backer, and the piece that the bead is going to go into and define the height of the bead is 3/16, right? Yeah. No, that's bigger than 3/16. I don't remember. I can measure it. But regardless, it's thick. So it'll create a nice height of the bead. But I'm going to drill the holes, probably 4 in this one, and tap the larger one. And I'll see if I can chamfer the holes, because the bead's going into this one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to chamfer this piece. No, I don't remember how I'm doing it. I just kind of jumped into this video and I haven't even thought about this, so let me think about it and then come back and tell you what the heck I'm gonna do instead of stumbling over my words. So let me get back to you guys. Okay, yes, I figured it out. Since I'm sandwiching it like this, and I'm pressing the bead into the sandwich plates this way, I don't really need to chamfer the holes. I just need to thread this piece and just make sure that the bolts don't come through and you know, affect it. So I might either get small bolts, or if I just get the shortest ones I can, bolt it together, flip the thing upside down, and kind of just grind off the rest of the threads that are poking out, so it's smooth. So when I make a table for my Pullmax and I'm sliding the panel across the table, it doesn't get hung up on the threads or the bolt heads. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to get into today. Hopefully I can get the thing done today. Definitely get it done this video, but hoping today. I don't have too much time today, but Alright, so here's how we're looking right now. We got all 3 hammer forms sandwich plates drilled and tapped. I don't have enough hardware right now, but I still need to make the dies for the Pullmax to do this. So first off, I need to make a table, and I need to make a pusher. The pusher will go in between here and push the metal in, so it's really going to be, I'm probably just going to take this stock, I have some extra somewhere, and I'm going to pretty much turn the end into a rounded, pusher. Nothing really crazy about that. And then, kind of look like this ish, but small enough that I can go in between here, because I think that's an inch. So this 3/4 pin is like perfect to go in there. So just gonna round the edge of it off, polish it up, Bob's your auntie. And then obviously the table, literally just gonna take a piece again of that flat stock, my shank stock, and just weld a flat plate to it. That's my son crying, now I need to go inside. But simple, just a plate and a pusher. And then I drill a bunch of holes in there, and in the top here, and in the back. I don't know how I'm going to get this. Steve had the idea of creating another die, a lower die for my planishing hammer, and using my 2.5 inch as like, where is it? There it is. So using the 2.5 as like the table. Yeah, that will work. I'll scratch it a bit though. I'll have to polish it when I'm done. But use this as a table. And the other side will have the pusher on it. And it just, should work. Might take a little longer than a Pullmax, but since I don't know if I can get in there, because this height here, I don't know, I might be able to unbend it a little bit. Yeah, I might be able to do that. Unbend it just enough so it sits in, because it's like this. It's going to have to sit in here and not hit up here. If it works without it, bending it, that'll be great, but might have to. But, alright, let me work on the tooling, and I'll be back. Alright, so as you can see, I got the table made. Oh, gotta tighten it up. Ugh. Table made, pusher made. I've got the simpler one, the X, made up, and I'm going to lube it up and see how much, not how much, see if it'll work. It should, but we'll see how good it works. Fingers crossed, nothing breaks. Ow. Okay. Okay, so it did something. But it seems like it's pushing up into the machine because I'm getting uneven, you know, you can see how uneven that is. This is where I started out at, and it kind of got less and less and less as the time went on. So let's fix that. All right, so the test piece, I know now to go slow, slow, slow. Don't try and just do it all at once. So, especially when you're going this deep. This is a very deep bead, and you know, you gotta take your time. So let's see what it looks like. I think it's going to be pretty nice, let me tell you. I know these steel hammer forms really work out pretty good, and almost infinitely reusable instead of the wooden ones. I know the wooden ones are nice and you can make them in a pinch, but oh wow, look at that. Might have to do a little bit of hammer dolly work in the center there, but other than that, man, that looks good. That's great. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so here it is. After all that drilling, tapping, sandwiching, pole maxing, looks great. Looks like a factory firewall. Really enjoy how this came out. There are a few spots like here, you can kind of tell because you can see the imprint of where the hammer form was, that it's a little short, this leg. These two I could get. This one, the machine kind of got in the way. Either this was in the way or the handle here was in the way while I was trying to get in that corner. Either way, you really can't notice it, and it's really not a big deal. So I'm going to leave it because it's really only a tad bit short. And the spots up here, there's a couple, I don't know, a couple dings. You can probably see them right there. Where the panel kind of got away from me, but this obviously is not done. I got to take some hammer and dollies to it, tune up the beads, but they're pretty much good. Like, I just got to tune up, flatten out the center here on each one of these two, because I tried something different. I went in here and kind of like bubbled up or pressed, I don't know what you want to call it, raised up the center here, and I didn't touch the center. I was kind of just seeing what would happen if I go around all the edges, if it would just bring that up, and it did, but it didn't bring it up enough. So I kind of just need to hammer that to raise the material a little bit, because it's a little shallow. You can really tell with this one. You can see right there, but you could probably just leave it and be fine anyway, but I don't want to do that. So, but other than that, man, I think it looks great. I think I got the old one to compare. I'll do a little comparison. Comparison. All right, so here's the original firewall. It had a bunch of holes filled, and this whole square section was cut out at one time and pushed down for a battery box, and then cut and put back. Just random holes filled and dents. So we decided to put a new firewall in, and he needed room for his caddy motor, so he got one from EMS that was 3 inches back. So that's the reasoning on getting a new firewall instead of just using this. This shape is already put in it, so might as well just get it. And now that I have these hammer forms, I can do this to any EMS firewall like that. Makes it look like a factory firewall. And you can't really see the old beads. You can a little bit, but a tiny bit of bodywork, they'll disappear. So yeah, this one has this W there. I got the W there. This has a zigzag up and down, up and down. Got the same zigzag, but I had a little extra room, so I decided to come down and put an X through it. I like my decision on doing that. You can see that top doesn't have, it's just a zigzag, and it's got an X here and an X there with a little bump out for something. Probably wiring related, but this is nice and smooth. Well, not smooth anymore. I put a bunch of beads in it, but now I have to just go along and fill all of these holes. And I had to put so many holes because I did not pre-stretch this. I was going to pre-stretch it, and then I did my sample piece here with the X, and I didn't pre-stretch it at all, and it's dead straight. And that's kind of the point of hammer forming, that you put beads or profiles or any kind of shape in a panel without having to pre-stretch or worry about it the material around it shrinking. The sandwich kind of captures everything. So I didn't need to. I kind of knew that, but I realized it after I did my test piece. I said, oh yeah, that's the whole point. So the top area obviously had a little bit of pre-stretch because I put it through the English wheel to get rid of those beads. So that stretched material was already there. I don't know if it helped or hurt or what it did. You can't notice anything. But that's about it for this one. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, clicking the bell, sharing the videos, doing everything you do. I hope this helps some of you guys. I know you guys don't have a plasma. I don't have a plasma either, but I went and saw a buddy. Thanks, Steve. He helped me out, so you could probably do the same. And if you have one of these firewalls, 3536 firewall from EMS, and you want me to do this, reach out and I'll gladly do it. So I'll put my email in the description box, and if you guys want to say hello, you're more than welcome to. So that's it for this one. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one.